Oh, guys, my stomach is grumbling because I'm very hungry. But anyways, I want to make this video because I know a lot of you guys are wondering if you need a personal brand. It's a question I get a lot of DMs on Instagram and in my private Facebook group, is all about personal branding. That seems to be like kind of the hot topic recently, and it's something that I wanted to chime in on. Honestly, the term personal brand, sometimes to me it feels a little bit like, right? I don't know if you guys feel the same. You're like, why do I need to brand myself? Like, what does that mean? Does it mean I'm like selling out? Why do I need to fit myself into this little box? Like, what's the point? What even is personal branding? And here's what I think, and here's the deal. I don't think you have to fit yourself into this little box like some of the gurus or coaches or whatever. I believe, like I so strongly believe this, that your story is your brand. People connect with people in the long term. Like, this is how you really believe, like, build this following and build this audience, is by connecting with people honestly and authentically. You don't need to niche down into this tiny little area, especially with Instagram. I feel like a little bit blah when I hear someone say, you need to copy my steps and make all your stories look like this with this color, and all your photos need to look like it's a work of art. No, I wasn't going to say Picasso because he pieces stuff together, but you know what I mean. And everyone's Instagram then ends up looking like the exact same. And how are you supposed to stand out? Like, there's a million health coaches or whatever that all look the same. So I think when Instagram used to be like really unprofessional and grassroots, that worked in the early days because it was different. No one had that professional image on the platform. And now what's different and what will make you stand out is actually being authentic, being yourself, posting what you feel, you know, whether that's quotes, professional photos, or just selfie videos, like just whatever you can do to get that content out. I think if you just put your message out into the world, and you just do it authentically, you will find your people. And I know there's little tricks and tips about that, of course, and we can get into that because you guys know that that's what I do. But I really believe so strongly that the one thing you need to do to build your personal brand is authentically telling your story and your truth. Like, just be you and be yourself, and that doesn't put you into this small box where, you know, you don't know what to do. Like, you know, of course, like I just said, there are nuances and best practices for how to actually use social media, how to write your captions to achieve, you know, certain goals, whether it's conversions or things like that, hashtag strategies to expand your reach, like what to post to grow. And I know I have a lot of other videos about that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, like, your content and the message and the brand that you're building, what you're putting out and doing to build your personal brand, is all going to come down to your story. That's another thing. Like, if you're thinking, what is my story? Like, I don't have anything unique. We all have a unique story. We all have our why and our reason for doing what we're doing, whether it's our business or creating content or trying to help other people. Like, we have a why to that. And I think it's so important that we just tell that. We give advice and provide value for who you were a few years ago. You know, for example, a few years ago, I was putting myself into a box. I was like, I'm only going to post about athlete stuff, like my achievements and stuff like that, because no one cares about my business or my other things. And then I just felt like really isolated and almost like my identity is only being an athlete or doing this. But what if I just like, and that's what I do now. I just share like my thoughts and my feelings and what I'm doing and try to help people and provide value and create content like this. People will, you know, buy and trust into you, yourself, not just what you do. Like, you don't have to be the top expert in the world to help people. If you can connect with people, you can build a business. I think the reason why a lot of people are searching, do I need a personal brand, is because they're not sure what it is, and they feel like everyone who preaches a personal brand is like, you need to box yourself into this. So I think that this video would address some of those issues, at least that's what I'm hoping, and that you know that as an online or small business, you're probably the face of the business, and if you're not building your personal brand and sharing your story, you're leaving a lot on the table, because people will connect with you, they'll want to do business with you, they care more about you, and if you're trustworthy, and then they'll follow what you're doing, right? So I think that you and your story is your competitive advantage. You need to use that. You need to help people, and whatever your story is, whether you think it's big or small, it can always help somebody. Everything that you've gone through, your struggles, are what can really help people. Like, my experience with personal branding and building it is what I want to pass on and help you guys with. If you guys think that this has been helpful, or, you know, you just want to have a conversation about it, whether you agree or disagree, I'd love for you guys to comment so that we can kind of further this relationship. Don't forget to subscribe for more content just like this. Like, comment, share, all that kind of stuff. I'm so thankful that you guys watch these videos and find some value about it. Share it with your friends. It's so awesome. So thank you again. And if you guys want to get some personal help or just have any questions or want to connect with me, I'm really active on Instagram. That's where I am most of the time. So send me a DM at Natalie Allport. And thank you guys again. Leave a comment, like, comment, share, all that kind of stuff. And oh yeah, one last thing. If you haven't subscribed to my podcast, All In with Natalie Allport, go do that. Check it out. Leave a review if you like it or not. It really helps. The feedback always helps, positive or negative. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing day.